The federal government resumed operations this morning after a dispute over immigration led to a 3-day shutdown. Late Monday, President Trump signed Congress's short-term measure to fund the government through February 8th. Senate Democrats reluctantly agreed to the plan after Majority Leader Mitch McConnell promised to put a bill addressing young immigrants brought here illegally as children up for debate and vote. Just 18 senators voted against the bill, and Montana Senior Senator Jon Tester was one of them. Tester says his vote wasn't about immigration, but was an objection to continued short-term budgets. Senator Steve Daines was among the 81 senators voting in favor. Tsunami warnings have been canceled for Alaska, British Columbia, and the U.S. West Coast. An 8.2 magnitude earthquake in the Gulf of Alaska triggered the warnings and watches early this morning. The earthquake struck about 175 miles southeast of Kodiak, Alaska. The U.S. Geological Survey says the quake had a depth of about 6 miles. In Oklahoma, several people are still missing after a drilling rig exploded yesterday. The incident happened at a natural gas well site 100 miles southeast of Tulsa. More than a dozen workers managed to escape unharmed. Puerto Rico has announced it is selling off its bankrupt power company. Hurricane Maria decimated the island's electrical grid last year, leaving some residents in the dark for more than 100 days. Students at a school in San Juan were filmed screaming for joy earlier this month when power there was finally restored. Closer to home, a local independent film theater will take over the reins of the historic Babcock Theater. The nearly decade-long process to improve the theater and find an operator is coming to an end, with hopes that the art house cinema and pub will bring more events back to the Babcock. After lease negotiations, City Council approved $1 million from general fund reserves to improve the theater over the next 2 years. The cinema's founder says he plans to spend about $200,000 of that as soon as possible, a new projection and theater sound equipment, as well as a concession area. He plans to begin showing classic films once the improvements are in place. Art House will soon enter negotiations on terms of the lease with the city. The only head football coach Billings Skyview has ever had resigned yesterday. Ron Lebsock was at Skyview from day one, which actually began in 1985 at the Lincoln Center. He led the Falcons to 3 state championship games, 1 championships, and a pair of thrillers over Bozeman and crosstown rival Senior. Lebsock says he's ready to spend more time with family. And while Skyview gets ready to search for a new coach, the city of Billings is still looking to fill that city administrator job. Since failed negotiations in December, the council will adjust the contract and search for new candidates. For now, the city will rely on interim city administrator Bruce McCandless until his replacement is found, meaning he'll enter a new contract. With the immense duties of city administrator, an assistant will be found to help McCandless, but still, at the earliest, a permanent administrator won't start until September. The Yellowstone County Sheriff says a man shot by 2 deputies early Sunday did not fire his weapon. Mike Linder says dashcam video shows the 2 deputies walking up to the door. The man opens the door just a little before closing it and then opening it again. He said the man inside comes to the door with a gun, and within seconds, shots rang out. Linder says in all 4 shots were fired, with the man hit once in the torso. He was transported to a local hospital and is expected to survive. His identity has not yet been released. Deputies were sent to the home to conduct a welfare check on the man, who was reportedly suicidal. Montana is the first state to officially implement net neutrality rules. Governor Steve Bullock signed an executive order Monday forcing internet providers to commit if they want state contracts. By July, any company that gets an internet or data contract from the state must commit to never block or slow down lawful content or services, or give favorable treatment to some content in exchange for payments. Bullock said Montanans expect a free and open internet. The Federal Communications Commission repealed national rules regulating net neutrality last month. A number of internet providers immediately made statements promising to continue to follow those principles.
What we're asking now is to make sure that more than just statements, that they will commit to that. So there are specific requirements of what they will need to adhere to, and also the information that they'll have to give to all Montanans when it comes to net neutrality.
Bullock also urged leaders from other states to make the same type of commitment.